Hey guys, this is Spartan117GW, and today we're going to be talking about some of the new rails from PTS Syndicate, specifically the Fortis and Centurion Arms rails. Now jumping into this one, this is the Fortis Rev 9-inch carbine cutout. As you can see, it's carbine length, 9 inches, and it has the cutout for the front side post and gas block. Personally, I think it's a really cool setup, and it really brings out the Leo or duty military kind of style look. And the fixed front side post is actually really handy in my opinion. Definitely a really cool build, and one of the reasons why I think the 9-inch cutout is pretty awesome. On this build, we also have the Rainier Arms AR-15 XT muzzle device. Pretty cool to go along with the build. As you can see, the rail system is pretty awesome, as it just more or less captures the existing barrel nut, so you don't have to get a proprietary barrel nut for this design. It also has 4 different positions for a limited rotation QD. What's great about that is that, if you have a sling system that utilizes the QD, you're not going to get jumbled up when you're running around slinging the weapon or anything like that. It's going to keep everything nice and tidy, and you're not going to get caught up in your own rifle. Now, new with PTS is the new polymer key mod segments. There's a whole bunch of different lengths. We have for key mod and not key mod in 2 different colors, black and dark earth. And as you can see, it goes perfectly with the spec key mod of our new Fortis Rev rail system. What's really great is that it's really easy to install. Once you assemble the key mod pieces, they more or less slide in, and that's what's great about all our key mod rails, including the Mega Arms, is that everything is spec. So anything that's out there will fit, no problem. Now, the rails, in general, all the Fortis rails are very unique in their design because it has, Picatinny on the 12 and the 6, as well as the key mods at the 3 and the 9. There's also a Picatinny close to the front, right next to the gas block, if you want to mount a light or a laser or anything like that in that particular spot. Now, one of the things that was described to me is one of the guys kind of feels that it's kind of almost got a chameleon-like profile, where it's very standard when you're looking at it from the side, but when you rotate it to see the bottom or the top, you can see the profile of the rail system gets really thin. As you can see, there's only 4 screws here that hold this little bottom piece on, and more or less all you have to do is take that off, capture the existing barrel nut, and you're good to go. It pretty much slides onto the gun just like that. Now, one of the things that's really awesome is just the look of the gun. It's just I feel it's very complete. So if you want to build a gun and keep this existing, front side post, just, that whole essential look really, then this is probably the way to go for you. I think it's pretty awesome. It's actually grown on me a lot. Originally at first it didn't really quite catch my eye, but ever since I've been holding the gun, it's really caught on. Next up, we have the Fortis 12-inch flat dark earth rail. Now, more or less, it uses the same spec. These are all part of the Rev line from Fortis Manufacturing Group. Definitely a really cool design, and this is for you mid-length guys. For you guys who love the style of the Rev but want something in mid-length, that's what this is for. It's going to be available in flat dark earth as well as black. And again, this was actually a huge favorite with some of the people I was showing in the shop. Just a unique look. The overall build with the tan rails, it really completes. And as you can see, it'll pretty much work with just about any M4 barrel nut that you're going to find out there. And I just love how it turned out. It's beautiful long rails. And for good measure, we threw a battle cop on the gun. Definitely something you're going to want to check out if you're looking for a dark earth rail that's extremely lightweight and robust, but definitely a pretty good pick for the holiday season. Alright, next we're moving on to the Centurion Arms rail systems, or CMRs, specifically covering the 9.5 and the 11th. These are the new rail systems that have just been released, and I've actually been waiting for them for a while. You know, there's a lot of people who love the CMR, but they just want something shorter. So the 9.5 and the 11th are more or less going to fit that category for you, which is going to be pretty awesome. Now, I'm a big fan of the CMR just because the tubular platform, it's just so, you know, slick, and it's robust, and it's modular, and it's I personally just love the way it looks. And its functionality, it's very, very, very good on the utility. As you can see, the cut itself is different than the existing 12. They made these cuts specifically to save weight, you know, more or less. And it's also really, really cool. I believe it gives it a completely different aesthetic from the existing 12. And it's definitely kind of one of the reasons why I like it. So it actually looks pretty cool when it's naked without the panels, but with the panels, it definitely looks pretty cool. It also has the same 4 limited rotation QD slot, so more or less you can take a QD from a sling or whatnot, and more or less just plug that in there and you're good to go. And it's going to keep your rifle from getting bundled up as you're running around or when it's low. You also have the very, very simple installation. There's 3 screws at the base of the rail system. Loosen those 3 and specifically remove the one in the middle. Slide the barrel nut out, screw that onto your existing receiver, and then slide the new CMR on there. Once you tighten all the screws down, then you're good to go. It's pretty much one of the most simplest rail systems that I've actually come across, and in combination with how awesome it looks and just the fact of how easy it is to install, it's a huge bonus for me because I hate rail systems there. You're having to screw like 8 different screws to get this dang thing on. So it's really nice that not only does it look pretty awesome, but it's really easy to install. Now, all the rail systems come with the gas block, and that's huge because, you know, there's a lot of rail systems out there, and to buy a low profile gas block to go with it, that's like a 10, 20, 30 bucks. It's going to save you a little bit of money there. So as you can see here, here's kind of the visible differences between the 9 and 11. Obviously it's shorter, but you kind of get a much more better visual reference of how they're different. Personally, the 9 is definitely cool. I kind of like the 11 the most, but there's a lot of people who are drawn to the 9, especially people who play at CQB fields. But I do feel the 11 just gives me just the right amount of, you know, real estate for, you know, lasers, lights, and even my cameras when I go play. So make sure you guys check it out. There's a whole bunch of new rails from PTS. I'm definitely excited that they just got released, so make sure you guys check it out. And if you're on the SHOT Show, come by and say hi. But I will see you guys there. Thank you guys for watching. This is Spartan117GW. I'll see you guys next time.
Elite Force BBs, that's what's in my mag. Thanks for watching.